Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into something a little different,
Right.
business and entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
More specifically, we're trying to figure out,
Right.
what kind of content really appeals to those aspiring
Yeah.
CEOs and startup founders.
Mm.
Like if you're thinking about that entrepreneurial journey
Yep.
and you want to build something from scratch,
Right.
take some risks, chase that dream,
Yeah.
we've got some sources to help us sort of break down what makes that content click, right?
For sure.
So we've got some intriguing points
Okay.
from Pasted Text this week
Okay.
and an episode of the J. Chuck Media podcast.
Got it.
And they both sort of highlight this idea that
Yeah.
aspiring entrepreneurs, they're all about value, right?
Absolutely.
They're looking for content that equips them,
For sure. Yeah.
with the knowledge and the tools they need
Yeah.
to actually succeed.
Yeah. It's all about providing value, right? These folks are hungry for knowledge. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
they want to succeed, whether it's
Yeah.
learning from others' journeys, getting tactical advice,
Yeah.
understanding the whole financial landscape.
So Pasted Text specifically calls out startup stories,
Mm-hmm.
business strategies, and financial advice
Yeah.
as major draws for this particular audience,
Right.
which makes sense to me. But I'm curious, it's like from your perspective, why do you think those things resonate so strongly?
Well, think about it this way. Startup stories, they offer a roadmap. It's almost like a blueprint. It's that if they can do it, I can do it kind of feeling. But it's not just about inspiration.
Right.
It's also about learning from both the wins and the falls, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think everyone loves a good underdog story.
Mm-hmm.
But for aspiring entrepreneurs, it's like, it's deeper than that, right?
Yeah.
Like you're getting a glimpse into like
Right.
the nitty gritty, like the day-to-day struggles.
Like-
The triumphs, It's almost like,
It's almost like a virtual mentorship,
yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the J. Chuck Media podcast actually touched on this too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had an interview with this, pretty successful founder
Okay.
who emphasized how crucial it was
Yeah.
to connect with other entrepreneurs,
Right.
share those experiences, and learn from their mistakes.
That's what I love about these deep dives is like,
Yeah.
we get to sort of
Connect the dots.
connect the dots, see how these things
Yeah.
relate to each other. So for you personally, like what are the elements
Okay.
of a startup story that
Yeah.
really resonate with you? Is it like the strategic maneuvers?
Yeah.
Is it the personality of the founder? Is it the hurdles they overcame?
For me, it's the why, right?
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
what problem are they trying to solve?
Mm,
What impact did they envision making?
yeah.
That's what really makes a story
Right.
compelling and memorable. And actually, the J. Chuck Media podcast
Yeah.
episode also kind of mentioned this,
Okay.
emphasizing this strong mission and purpose.
Yeah, it's like that old saying, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
Exactly. Yeah,
And that totally applies to the content that aspiring entrepreneurs consume.
for sure.
But I kind of want to push back a little bit on the whole
Okay.
startup story thing, because don't you think some of these narratives,
Yeah.
they almost glorify the risk-taking to the point
Yeah.
where it could actually be harmful,
That's a valid point,
Yeah.
It's really important to present these stories
Yeah.
with a balanced perspective.
Right.
While celebrating the successes, we should also acknowledge the failures,
Yeah.
the challenges, and, the sheer hard work involved.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship is not just about taking that leap of faith.
Right.
It's about calculated risks, informed decisions,
Yeah.
and relentless execution.
Yeah. So for all you future entrepreneurs out there listening, remember that behind every glamorous startup story,
Right.
there's a ton of sweat and grit and probably a few sleepless nights.
For sure.
What makes these stories valuable isn't the highlight reel.
Right.
It's the behind-the-scenes struggles
Right.
and the lessons that are learned.
Absolutely. And as you navigate
Yeah.
your own entrepreneurial journey,
Yeah.
think about this. How can you balance that inspiration
Right.
with a realistic understanding of the challenges ahead?
Mm-hmm.
How can you learn from both the successes and the failures of others? Keep those questions in mind
Yeah.
as you consume content and build your own ventures.
That's great food for thought.
Yeah.
So there you have it, a deep dive
Mm-hmm.
into the content that fuels entrepreneurial minds.
Yeah,
And remember, it's not just about what you learn, but how you apply it.
for sure.
Keep exploring, keep questioning,
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, maybe someday we'll be analyzing your startup story.
You never know.
You never know. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See ya.